Who you owe debt to?
Debt to none.
Who you paying debt to?
Debt to none.
Who you in debt to?
Debt to none.
What's up, budget buddies? It's Kim. Welcome to Debt to None. For those of you that are new here, welcome to my channel. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. So I was thinking today, how about we talk about debt? I know. Who in their right mind likes debt? Well, apparently I did. I mean, okay, so this whole channel is dedicated to me working my way through just over $32,000 worth of debt. Now, it's not like I was on any type of spending spree or anything like that. Of course, let's just say that's not what I'm dealing with at this juncture, right? Because some years ago, I was living beyond my means, and the majority of the debt that I had was, credit card debt, because I like to shop. I like to buy whatever I saw that I felt like I needed. I was really into beauty videos on YouTube. I literally bought everything that I saw that the beauty gurus were promoting. I loved clothes. I loved hair. I still love hair. I still love hair. Well, when I decided I was going to start my debt-free journey, what did I do? I just kind of want to go back to a year ago, just to let people know how I got started. Maybe there's someone here that is thinking about doing it. Maybe someone doesn't know how to get started. I don't know. But maybe this could help someone. Maybe someone stumbles upon this video and they're like, hey, yes, that's exactly what I want to hear about. Let that happen. So let me take you back in time. A year ago, October of 2021 is when I was basically just completely fed up with not having enough money. I won't say I was living paycheck to paycheck. I won't say that because I did have something in my bank account between paychecks. What I did in October of last year, I was like, okay, I need to figure this out. I've never budgeted before, and now is the time. Better late than never, right? For sure. For sure. So I looked at my expenses, how much money was regularly going out of my checking account for monthly expenses, as well as just day-to-day spending, frivolous spending, that kind of thing. So I just started examining my checking account, everything, every single thing. But then I noticed some strange spending, right? That's when you start, when you pay attention, when you're like zeroed in on what you're doing, you notice things that maybe you're spending on and you're like, why? What's that? And why is that going out every month? Oh, yeah. Oh, that happened. Okay. We're friends and you did me dirty. That's fine. It's not fine, actually, but I'm a grown up and I'm going to be mature and I'm going to get over it. Okay. Get the hair out of the eyes. All right. So you'll see stuff like that, which is good. This is something you should do just on a regular basis anyway, because things like that can happen to you. Okay. Not great. So regularly check your expenses going out, because you could be a victim of being overcharged like I was. So I did that. And then, so yes, this is October, right? So then I started to cancel all unnecessary subscriptions, the things I was like, why am I paying for that again? I started doing that. Now, mind you, last year, because I know I'm about to embark on this journey, right? Because I'm watching like the Dave Ramsey show. Wait, was he called the Dave Ramsey show? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he was called. I was watching that show regularly, particularly the Debt Free Screams. I was all about that. And I was like, now is the time. So now I don't follow the Ramsey baby steps. I would never even pretend like I did. I just don't. But watching his show motivated me to get myself in gear. So I had just refinanced my house in September. Now, let me just say this really quick. That's not something that I promote doing. Like I'll get into that probably at another time, why refinancing could hurt you. But I'll just tell you why I did that. When I bought this house in 2019, I did not have 20% of the purchase price. I didn't have that kind of down payment at all. No. I think I put like 5% down, maybe 6. It was a conventional loan. It is a conventional loan. But that's what I had. And the reason why 20% is the number, okay, is that way you can avoid being charged PMI. PMI is private mortgage insurance. And basically, it's nothing that benefits you in any way, shape, or form. It's basically for you, you're just throwing more money towards the bank just because. That's how it is for you. It's just because. Here's more money. Here you go. Now for them, it's to cover their tails. Okay. So good for them, bad for you. This is why people don't want PMI. So I had to pay PMI since like January of 2019 all the way up into September of 2021 when I decided to refinance to take advantage of the low interest rates for mortgages, as well as the crazy, insane housing market. What was that? Wow. So not only were the mortgage rates like on the ground practically, um, the the price of houses were like ridiculous. I'm not exactly sure if I've heard it's calmed down a little bit. Yeah, it has. But back then they were just I mean, I'm talking steroids, right? So when I refinanced, my house was like $70,000 above the purchase price. I mean, come on, in a year, what was that? A year and a half? Okay. So that's like me putting down a down payment, right? So when I refinanced, the PMI fell off. That's why I did it. I wanted a lower interest rate and I wanted to get rid of the PMI. Then in November, I refinanced my car loan. Okay. Because this is me. I'm preparing to do this debt-free journey. So what's up with all this refinancing? Because in the one baby step that I was sticking to was that $1,000 emergency fund. That was like the thing I was determined to do. And I'm like, how do I save up that amount of money when I've got all these bills going out with like the loan debt and then the car loan and I was like, how do I do that? So I was like, well, let's shrink the payments because you're supposed to pay like minimum payments on everything. And then just save what you can save, cut your spending, save as much as you can to get that bare minimum $1,000 emergency fund, right? So I was determined to do that as fast as possible. And so then I refinanced my car loan in November. But let me tell you why that was a good idea for me. And I would do that again if I ever was in a car loan. Let's hope I'm done with car loans because I'm like not doing that anymore, paying cash for everything. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can do that. But I knew that I would have my car loan completely paid off within 6 months. So when I refinanced it, I got into another 5-year loan, which is people, they absolutely do not advise that. I got into another 5-year loan, a much lower interest rate. And I knew this was going to be knocked out within months. So that's why I did that. So then in December is when I was like, now we got to take care of that giant, nasty, ugly loan that I got for my home improvements. And that's the debt that I'm dealing with now, but not with that loan. That loan was ugly. That was a 10% interest rate, which some of you might not think that's high. That for me, that's high. In my opinion, that's high. That's ugly. That's terrible. And I want you to see the numbers of why that's so terrible. Okay. I got that loan in April of 2020. I technically closed it out in December of 2021. So that's a year and a half of making payments every month. A year and a half. In that year and a half, I paid just over $8,000. $8,150. The original loan amount was $23,200. But immediately, of course, I got charged interest on that amount. So it jumped up pretty good right away in May. So the May payment, it said the total balance, $23,388. Okay. In December of 2021, I still owed just under $19,000. This is why I hate interest so much. I paid them over $8,000. And I actually thought I was doing something because sometimes I was paying them $1,000 at a time. I mean, I did it a couple times. I didn't do it a lot, but still, I did it. So then what happened was how I closed that loan out was I took advantage of the credit cards. I mean, hey, you do what you got to do to get rid of your debt. I know some people be like, why would you use debt to pay off debt? I mean, can I do that any more obnoxiously? Because if you are paying out your nose in interest, and then you have the opportunity to go to a 0% interest, yeah, you want that. Because then you could actually pay it off, unlike just paying and paying and paying, and it's not hardly moving, right? So I took that loan and split it between 2 credit cards. But it's really neat for me to look back and see where I started in my journey. So when I posted my debt confession on Instagram in January of 2022, my Citibank card, Citibank Preferred, had $7,900 on it. And then my credit union Visa had $11,000, $11,220 on it. So there you go. That's where that loan went. You see the Citibank Preferred had an interest rate. So, but it was better than 10%. So that's why I did that. And then you see that I had that other Citibank credit card that I still have today, which now the Citi Double is my highest balance credit card right now. It's sitting at a whopping $4,000. But back then I had $99 on it. Oh, that's cute. And then I had an Apple Card at that time, and I had a car loan. That is yesterday's news. That's what I was dealing with in the very beginning of my debt-free journey. Um, it's it's I don't know, it's pretty cool to see that. So I just wanted to show you kind of like I don't count March debt. I mean, yes, obviously I paid debt in March, but like $10,000 worth of debt. It's like, what? That's so not normal. That's not my kind of normal. So that's like balling, big balling kind of debt paying. Um, if you take out that certificate of deposit from my income, I paid like $1,300, like from my monthly income, about $1,300 that month. So that's around, that's like the comfortable place for me. Obviously in February, that's a little larger because I got that tax refund. So yeah. Um, so just some things like ups and downs in the debt-free journey already. I added to my debt that, it's not a great feeling, but it is what it is. It happened. So like looking back in after April, making that payment in April, I had a remaining debt balance of just over $11,000, you know, back then in April. But, raising the debt, I'm dealing with more like at this point, I'm just under $12,000 worth of debt. So, I don't know. It kind of stinks, but it's okay. Because it's not unmanageable. Like I'll still be debt free in 23, just not as early as I thought I would be. So, you know, it is what it is. But I just wanted to talk about like those things in particular. Like how to get started, mapping everything out, seeing what's going out of your account regularly. What do you really need? Like pay close attention to your regular spending. Like, wait, are you the one that goes to McDonald's like more than once a day? Do you go to McDonald's every day? That actually adds up. And I was like that person. I and you might, if you've seen other videos from me, like me doing my check-ins and stuff, you will see like these coffees just pop up, maybe some fries or whatever. Like when I'm outside in the wow, 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 wow jungle of the world, I tend to spend because I'm a spender.
Because when I shop, the world gets better. The world is better. And then it's not anymore. And I need to do it again.
And so I am trying to have self-control when I'm out there and constantly tell myself, no, you don't have it to spend. But sometimes I need a delicious espresso drink. I need a delicious espresso drink. It used to be strictly Starbucks, but I have ventured out to McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts because they started to come with it. They were like, you know what? How do we get these Starbucks fans? I mean, they're spending a grip. We want some of that money. They're like, hey, we can make a caramel macchiato too. Come through, Kim. And I did a couple of times. So, it's a little bit of my weakness, but I'm nowhere near where I used to be. So I just kind of wanted to show you the numbers, like where I started, and then, some things that happened along the way. That's what happened that me, increasing my debt. We purchased a new roof in September and I raised it by $5,000. So, but I have to say, let me see, like my latest post on Instagram showed where I was at with my debt payoff. Um, I'm pleased with the progress that I've made because now I have $11,715 of debt. And that initial number was just over $32,000. That's I think that's good progress, right? I think that's good progress. So I'm excited. I'm excited that you guys are here, like joining me on this, rooting me on, helping me stay accountable to these numbers. Like, I got to get rid of this in 23 because I'm over it. I want to be done with like that whole debt stuff. I just want to let's just cut the cord, right? So I'm excited when my savings challenges arrive from Hands and Bands. Oh, Elisha, you are so cute. You are so cute. Okay. You just are. I love her channel, Hands and Bands. I'm sure most of you know it. If you don't, check it out. She's just her personality. I just feel like, are we related? I don't know. I mean, we could be. Let's just be honest. Yes. And so I cannot wait till those arrive. And because I'm going to be putting some money away. And I can't wait till my prop money comes because that's going to be fun flipping through cash. Not real. Look, listen. I mean, I'm not trying to put my town down, the city. I'm not trying to put it down. But some people go to work, they like go to an office, or they have like a construction job or some type of service job, whatever, or personal care assistant. Some people do that to make an income. Then we've got a whole crew of people that their income comes from breaking into other people's property. So their cars, their houses, that's what they do. They do that here where I live. They do that. Our car was broken into. Do my friends know that? I think I told them so. If they're watching this video, they're not going to be surprised. Yeah, when we used to park it outside, we just never used the garage when we first bought this house. I got that fixed after our car was broken into. We had like $8 in there. It doesn't matter. It's money. And it was ours, not theirs. And they took it. And it was during the whole situation where, like, I mean, some people had kind of like the heebie-jeebies if somebody touched. Look, I'm a germaphobe anyway. That anybody that knows me knows I'm a germaphobe. I was carrying wet ones in every bag I owned before it was cool. Okay. I just said it's cool now because, I mean, they were sold out like I don't know what. But I regularly had a stash. So the fact that someone invaded my car like that and like touched everything, I mean, before I even realized that our little money was gone, I was freaking out that fingers were everywhere. I Lysoled. I did everything. But now we park in our garage. And we make sure our car is locked. That day it wasn't. Oh, my husband, bless his heart. Oh, he just forgot. So, yeah. So my point was that I can't keep a bunch of cash in my look at these people. Ooh, I mean, they are serious about their job. Remind me to tell you the story about crooks, okay? Because I've had my experience. My identity was stolen. That's a story to tell. I'm going to share that because you'll be like, that didn't happen. I'll be like, listen, it did. I know. I have so many stories just about my life in general. People say I should write a book, or at least maybe a made for TV movie. Someone told me that. I don't know. It's crazy. Yes, that happened. Hey, life after identity theft. Who wants to know about that? I'll share that one. Hey, if this is your first time rolling through here, just hit the subscribe button before you go. Okay? On your way out. Oh, and take some cookies. Yeah, and that there over Yeah, if this is your first time checking me out, let's move on. If this is your first time stopping in, don't leave without subscribing. Okay. If this is not your first time stopping in and you've seen a couple of my videos and you're not subscribed, maybe you don't know it's free. It's completely free for you and it won't hurt. It won't hurt you at all. Probably if I look like that. I don't know. I'm being weird. But hey, no, before I end, thank you. We are on a journey to 250. That's the next milestone for me with this channel. 250, 250, 250. What are you going to do when you get to 250? What are you going to do when you get to 250? Celebration, situation, celebration, situation, celebration, situation. Come on, we're going to have fun. Help me get to 250, right? I want to show my gratitude. So, you gonna help me? Thank you so much for checking this video out. Stay a while. Check out the other ones. They're probably pretty funny. I don't know. I heard I can be funny. I don't know. I'll see you next time.